Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone who's listening today, of course, is the Spot Podcast. Here we are. We are discussing the BMF discussion. I'm one of your hosts here. We got Yeezy Yon in the house. That's me.
And we got Nat Mighty Young. That's me, y'all. What's going
Let's get
down?
it going in real quick. But yes, season 3, episode 7, bro. We're near the end.
Fire. Three more
We got
episodes, man.
8, 9, and 10, bro. It's done. It's over. See, not the show, but the season anyway. And that's always hype. It's always hype.
Man, it's fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting close. These seasons are going by pretty quick.
This season has gone by pretty quick because I remember it felt like just a couple days, like 2-3 days ago, we talked about season 3, or not season 3, episode 6, where it felt like a transitional episode between the lit war that went down in Techwood and episode 5. So you know what I mean? It's pretty interesting in that.
Uh, is there gonna be a break at any point towards the end of the season, or
I hope
are they
not.
gonna do?
I hope I don't like shows that give us that 2-week, 3-week awkward break. You feel me?
But some of them do, just because it's normal for it to be at least a week. But if they don't, if they're going just straight, that's gonna be that's gonna be something, bro. I mean, that's gonna be entertainment, more entertainment for us.
Yeah, I think they usually do it during holidays. Like, how shows like winter break or Thanksgiving or I don't know, maybe Memorial Day or something, they'll like typically skip over a certain week just to kind of focus on the holidays, kind of.
Mm-hmm. That's actually true. If something else like a Super Bowl or something like that, something more important, they'll definitely wait till the next week for ratings. They'd want to mess up the streaming numbers.
Exactly.
They, they want to be the talk of the day. They want to be talk of social media. You know how they want to do. You know how Stars does it.
Stars got to be stars at the end of the day. But yeah, going straight into it, basically BMF. I mean, yeah, this episode was pretty cool. A lot of stuff happened. I mean, the episode kind of just started off with like a flashback. Essentially, Brian, I didn't know this. He was their coach. He was Terry and Meech's coach back for baseball back in the day when they were kids.
Yeah, that was surprising. They go way back.
A little league coach, so they got him. They knew him from back in the day.
Yeah, that's deep. I mean, their relationship runs deep.
And then I don't correct me if I'm wrong because I don't recall if anything else happened in between this flashback. But I just focused on Kia. She's bad,
Kia, which one?
sweetie.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Sweetie's fine.
I guess I should have said that. I called her by a character name so much, but
Yeah, I forgot I forgot her character name until you told me.
no, you're good. But regardless, though, I just focused how bad she was.
Nah, she's fine, but I didn't think she was special.
Okay, well, we'll just put a damper on that real quick because you're obviously a hater. But yeah, essentially,
I mean, we see Markeisha. Markeisha's way better than her.
I've seen enough Markeisha in Lakeisha from Power.
I knew you were gonna say that, but that's what I'm saying. I can't be surprised because Markeisha, even what's her name? Even Terry's baby moms.
Lawanda?
Yeah, Lawanda's even she's fine too.
Lawanda.
Yeah. So I mean, Kia, she's not surprising, but she is pretty though. Hella pretty.
Well, we'll put a bookmark in that. But essentially, yeah, if we remember Jay Pusha and Carter from the convention a couple episodes ago, they link up in St. Louis, essentially where Meech is at now. And, Carter gets kidnapped. The kidnappers kind of straight up. They said the weight that they got from Jay Pusha was, they just said it wasn't clean. Like, it wasn't good dope. You know what I mean? It wasn't good drugs. And they want the money and weight back, up to their standard, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the way Jay Pusha was negotiating with them was retarded.
Nah, he's aggressive in it, bro. He's trying to get Carter killed. He was
Yeah,
like, I don't care, bro. I'm gonna kill you. Like, bro, and Meech was just like, hey, yo, chill, bro. He's like, yo,
yeah.
you
His head wasn't in the right state of mind. His brother was held hostage. So you can only hope to see if he can just, if he could just overcome like just being mad. Just to try to think for a moment. But he couldn't think, bro. Like it was so sad. I mean, it's, it's even Meech was trying to calm him down, but he just kept trying resort. He. It's like he was like begging for them to kill his brother. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, because when the if it's like a hostage negotiation type of thing, they're like, hey, give us money and wait, wait back. Jay Pusher, he's like, nah, fuck that, we coming for you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, I understand your feelings right now, bro, but you're you're not even negotiating, man, and you're not in control. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? You're not in
Facts.
control. You're
Facts.
in control of the situation. So obviously we'll explain down the road, but yeah, basically they cut off a finger to kind of solidify they're serious about this shit, and they sent it to Carter's house, their mom's basically.
They did some paid in full shit right there, bro.
Oh man,
Oh,
don't remind me of that scene, bro. That was, man,
oh,
the idea of what went down with that, and we could discuss this down the road.
yeah, later, yeah,
But
yeah. It's crazy.
it's just the kidnapping. I forgot the kid's name.
Yeah, just talk about it later. We
No,
don't need
yeah,
to discuss.
don't censor me. No, don't do that. No,
I
but
just
yeah,
want to talk
basically,
about what's important.
ladies and gentlemen, the reference we're making is that a kid was kidnapped and had their finger chopped off and paid in full. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, when they get that though, Meech's then ground his point in like, yo, I understand how you're feeling, but this is kind of their message. You got to play their game. And we kind of later find out that those two scumbags that kidnapped Carter, they have a boss, you know what I mean, they're trying to get that for, you know what I mean? Because they fucked over their boss in the process. So they're getting money and wait to recoup that. And otherwise, their heads are on a fucking platter.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like they're in panic mode, pretty much. So they
They
don't.
like they're rookies.
They're scary at the same time.
Yeah, it's like they're rookies at the shit. It's like they never kidnapped someone. They're like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? Get that scene from Paid in Full. Oh shit. Okay, let's do that. And they just cut up a finger. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
Yeah,
but in the same time, though, the time frame doesn't line up with when Paid in Full came out. But
yeah.
any,
But
um,
it's just two of the situations now that you bring it up. It's just so it's just like man, it's just like why would they cut a finger, bro? It's gonna make man. It's just like to get their attention. And what I didn't like about that situation was like like how they just ended up killing the kid, which I thought was bullshit.
wow, I thought we were gonna discuss Paid in Full for a later time.
I don't know, man. You made me talk about it, bro.
I opened the floodgates. It's all out there.
You convinced me, bro. You convinced me.
Paid in Full will be discussed, so for sure, for sure. Especially Wood Harris's acting in there. Woo, top notch. But no, yeah, we focus back in Detroit. Terry's crew is pissed over Diz's death. Diz's death, right? It's Diz. He got scorched alive by Henrietta, and they know that Henrietta is rocking his jacket too. But Terry's like, chill. Like this, I'm holding peace down. Like you guys can't do anything. You can kind of see they're kind of heated over that. It's like that's one of their boys, and Henrietta's flaunting their not bandana, but their flag essentially.
Yeah, no,
You
she's
know,
flexing. She's big
disrespectful.
flexing.
Yeah, yeah, disrespectful shit basically. And um, Terry, I mean, at this point, he's gonna go off and he gets pissed, but he's setting up a meeting with Blaze, so we're kind of hoping at that point there's some leniency or some understanding, like two mob bosses meeting with each other to kind of understand what the hell just went down. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So at least Terry has that like prestige in a way. Like Blaze, it respects him enough to kind of accept that meeting.
Yeah, and it's crazy. We've been seeing Terry and Blaze meet more than once, more than one occasion. So I feel like that's going to be a frequent thing throughout these next three episodes. It's just
And
Terry.
I want to slip it in that I think that's what he said. I want to slip it in that essentially I believe that Terry and Blaze, or Blaze is going to hire Terry down the road, or replace Henrietta with Terry.
Yeah, or he's gonna partner up with Terry because I don't know. I don't think Terry likes the idea of being under somebody. You know.
True, true. I'm sure that Blaze and him would come to an understanding of giving Terry that full control, or like, partnership type of deal. Like, hey, we're not, you know what I mean? Like, we're not partners. I'm just gonna give you that political sway for a cause. Like, kind of pursue, push the cops away from you and away from your direction type of thing. You
And
know,
if that
I
if that if that happens, do you think that's Meech's business since Meech is in a different city, or do you think that he shouldn't worry about that since Terry's in charge of Detroit?
see. I think Terry in charge of Detroit, Meach is gonna trust him, but I think Meach is gonna try to control Detroit from outside the states, and that's gonna cause a conflict between Terry. Like, hey, you're not even here. Who are you to kind of say this and that? You know what I mean? Like, who are you to kind of control Atlanta, St. Louis, Detroit? Like, we're just equal to, as you know what I mean, in this. So
Yeah, and Terry's whole thing throughout this entire series, we're partners, 50-50. We're brothers, you know? That's definitely like that's been his MO for him and Meech like the entire series. He's always just trying to be on the same level as Meech, so he can't do that if Meech is always like either disagreeing with him or if they keep stepping on each other, if they keep doing things without telling each other, you know?
no, exactly, and that's exactly. It's a kind of a mini power struggle that's been going on throughout the show, and so far we're just waiting on how big can that power struggle get. How serious is it going to get?
Yeah, I feel like it could turn deadly, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how that road. We'll see how the road to that, becomes. We'll see how that unfolds in the future, I guess.
But then, yeah, still in Detroit, Charles, yeah, he went off when he found the love letter for Lucille that was from Dr. Maurice. And Lucille, I mean, I respect her. She stands her ground. Basically, it's just like, I ain't a toy. I ain't none of your possessions. I ain't a trophy you guys can win. I get to do me, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree 100%. Like Lucille is. I don't think she's doing anything wrong at all. You know. I mean, I don't feel bad for Charles like feeling the way he feels, but at the same time, Lucille's living her life.
No, yeah, he can't, force her and say, it's got to be me or something like that. You know what I mean? Charles is doing him. He says, we're destined forever. And it's like, okay, Charles, I understand, but you gotta lay low for now, man. Gotta lay low.
No, definitely, bro. Like Charles, he's just, especially after what he endured last season. It's just how his relationship with Lucille. They had a downfall in their relationship. He was stepping out on their marriage, so he's just trying to find himself. I just hope he finds his footing.
No, Charles is that guy who did wrong and doesn't want Lucille to go be seeing some other man, but he's got to accept it. It's like a husband that cheats on his wife and expects his wife not to cheat, or sleep with anyone else after they're separated. It's like, what? No, shut up.
And I know you noticed with also the theme of Charles throughout this series is whenever Meech, I know you noticed like in season one, whenever Meech would try to buy food or whenever he tried to pay the mortgage, as we saw, it just always like, I don't know if it's me or it seems like it degrades him as a man every time because it's like, it feels like he's just nothing to Lucille, because Lucille, she doesn't want to struggle. She doesn't want to keep going through that. As she keeps telling Charles, like, I don't want to keep going through, this. I don't want to keep going through this misery with you. Always struggling. Trying to keep ends meet. She wants to live that luxurious life. I think she deserves it. You know, but being with Charles, I don't. She doesn't believe that's what's best for her. I guess. I mean, I don't blame her for feeling that way because You know, it's like every time, even like with Hoop. I mean, even not Hoop, but what's his name? Their neighbor, Roland, Rolly.
Oh,
Remember, Meech would tell him to drop by and take care of the family.
yeah, yeah.
And then you saw how every time Rolly would drop by, he would come in the house with a key, and then Charles would always feel some type of way because he's providing. he's doing for Lucille what Charles can't do for Lucille. So I feel like I feel like every time like we see that, it kind of brings him down a little bit. I just think he should. Hopefully he finds. I just hopefully he finds a way where hopefully there's a way where Charles could navigate and just be and not be insecure about just about money. Just not stress himself.
No, exactly. And more power to Lucille. She's doing her own thing, like we said. She's let her be free, Charles. Let her be free. You know, let Meech take care of everything. And you're right, he does degrade him as a man because the whole idea he's old school. So the idea of a man is like, I got to provide for my family, not someone else, not this person, that, or the third. And for his son to do it is better than anyone else that what I mean. That's not blood, right?
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I don't think he should
Like
feel that way, but it's just as a man,
the
his
old school
ego.
mentality. Yeah, in today's age, I feel like most parents would be like, "Yeah, pay off my mortgage, please. Take my car note while you're at it." But it's like back then, the old school mentality of I'll provide for you. You just take care of yourself until you're able to take care of yourself fully. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, and they don't expect anything back. I think that's the old school mentality.
Yeah.
So it's the hustle, the grind, and you can't really disrespect it, but you can question it in the times that they're at right now. Like,
And then I know how, we notice Charles always mentions, I built this house with my own two hands. So this guy's definitely old school for sure.
did he actually? No.
I
I
mean,
think he's just
he said
it's the foundation.
he said that a lot in season 1. So
I
I
think it's the
mean,
foundation more so like the family, the culture inside the house, the pictures, this you know what I mean? Everything unloaded in there, set up, everything. He made that with his own two hands. Like he set this up. And you know, again, more power to Charles. He's doing himself as an old school father and handling himself well, in my opinion.
yeah, no, definitely he got those hard values you need, instilled in him. That's that though those type of fathers don't really come around. It's just the fathers that you see now are like new school, which is good. It's more understanding. But Charles, he's definitely like he'll instill like a good like worth ethic into you, which is important and respect.
Yep, yep. And moving on, essentially, Blaze meets with Terry, and I wrote this in my notes here. Terry lets Blaze know that he's gonna sideline his daughter, or there's war, and now Terry looks at Blaze as a problem. When I wrote that, I thought to myself, why does that look like a summary? Like, oh, Terry lets Blaze know he's gonna sideline his war, and it's like a Terry looks at Blaze as a problem. Find out in the next episode of BMF, and it's like I look back at that and it's like, huh. I mean, what do you think is gonna happen there between Blaze and Terry now?
I mean,
Because
like I
Blaze,
said.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off real
Oh
quick.
no, no, you're good. You're good. Continue. You good?
I just want to throw in Blaze seems more of the political, poetic guy who's not going to do violence on you. He's more, especially with people he respects.
That's true. That's
So I
true.
don't like with Brian in this shoe. I mean, obviously Brian's a different story because he pulled a gun on Henrietta, but with Terry, he respects the fact that Terry came at him non-violently and still holding peace after one of his homies, died in his squad, and that Henrietta killed too. The fact that Terry's still willing to be mature about that, quote unquote mature, I guess, that shows that Blaze can respectfully understand Terry where he's coming from, and that his emotions aren't in vain or aren't not valid. They're legitimate.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, I think we touched up on it a little bit earlier. I feel like the more we see Blaze and Terry communicate, the more they're gonna definitely want to do business with each other, whether Henrietta's in the picture or not. So I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be a switch, which within that power struggle, or who knows? Maybe Blaze, maybe Henrietta takes her pops out the picture or something. You never know, because they got to work that out. They got to work that situation out. It's
Blaze will
kind of
never he'll never give the blessing to kill his daughter, so it's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, unless he has to. You never know.
Oof. When you say that,
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
never.
add the dynamic to it. Is Blaze willing to?
Yeah, if Henrietta becomes a problem, I feel like he'll do anything he has to do to maintain his spot, maintain his position at the top of the mountain.
All right, all right. I'll keep that in mind. And then kind of fast forward down, not fast forward, but move forward to St. Louis. After Jay Pusha puts that bounty out on the kidnappers, it kind of has them shook. But Meech, as we said earlier, is trying to say, "Yo, give them the weight so they can get Carter safely. Like you only got one life. You know what I mean? This is Carter. Your brother." And when I think it was two people that tried to rescue Carter, one of them got chopped up with the machete, the other one got shot up, and then the kidnappers left the spot they were at and went somewhere else with Carter. So it was a failed rescue attempt by two people that were in Jay Push's gang, I assume.
Yeah, yep. Two people he sent to try to rescue Carter, but that shit did not work out, bro. That shit was trouble. I mean, that shit just wasn't executed properly, bro. They came in like crash dummies.
Now they went in, like I said, that one dude, one of the kidnappers, just right as the guy came through the door, bro, he just sliced him with the machete like right away. His reaction time was crazy.
Yeah, they were prepared for that. Just wasn't a plan. That attack was just careless. It just wasn't carefully planned.
But
Emotional.
So basically, Breeze and Nicole, they're in school, going through a metal detector, and the thing goes off. Nicole's backpack, the security, she kind of says, she looks inside and she knows, but we as the audience don't know. But then she says, I got to go back home to get something. The security guard says, nah, nah, nah. Looks in the bag, it says, and sees a knife, C. Flannery. And this is because Breeze tried to take the fall for it. It's kind of funny. He tried to say that was his, but then the C. Flannery was revealed. And it's like,
Yeah, he
uh
was
huh.
he tried to take one for the team, but nope, it did not work out. I was like, damn, man, I got the name and everything because I didn't think she had a knife in there. I honestly thought it was something else, a gun or something. But I thought she took like Terry or Meech's gun, but it was just the knife. I was like, okay, but still, it's just like, man, it sucks that she got caught with the knife. Out of anything else she could have had.
See, and that's the scary part too. It's kind of like, oh shit. When I saw that moment, I was like, oh shit, Charles, your ass going to jail. No, type shit. But we'll get to that later here in a sec. But basically, the less mentioned named who I don't recall too much, Calix. Basically, he got into an accident. I believe that it was Terry who was sending Calix with all the cocaine that Meech needed, so that way the that could be used to rescue Carter. Meech hit up Terry to get some, but Calix got to a truck accident, and shoot, bro, it's not good.
Yeah, that prolonged the time even more because they were in a hurry to get Carter back. But
Was the
that
weight
accident,
found? The weight was found or no? I couldn't remember.
yeah, I believe it was found.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, cool. Because I don't know if I some miracle, I was thinking of some other scene in my head, but yeah, no, the weight was found. Kind of just leaves a questionable thing, like going forward to see what happens. But Meech and Jay Pusha essentially pull up to the kidnapper spot, like where they're formerly at. What I loved about this scene, bro, even though they're all mad that Carter wasn't there, they had to look somewhere else. I love when the camera caught the Chinese food on the table, bro.
Yeah,
Did you
that
notice
was
that?
yeah, I seen that too.
It panned in, and my idea was like, "Oh, Meech, you're gonna go ask the Chinese restaurant, ask who'd you see recently, or even like how often these people eat this shit, because it's just sitting on the table. You drop it on there. It looks like you just munch on that all the time.
That's
So,
true.
I'm telling you, Meech man is on that ghost shit. No, I'm kidding. That's a little too high up there, but it got that brains.
Yeah, I mean that's what he does though. He's smart. He that's how he's a businessman, bro. He is a businessman.
No, he's tactical 100% all the way. At the same time, I love Stars production for shows where they do these kind of things with the camera cuts because again, that hit that was just flawlessly executed. It was kind of honed in nicely. It was
Nah, I know what you mean. He's gonna try to run St. Louis, and I think he will succeed.
keyword try, but hey, we don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. And then after that scene, though, I think it was a funny interaction in my opinion. Was it Yeah, Markeisha and Lawanda kind of go at it.
Oh
It
yeah,
pulls up.
when she
Ah,
goes to Lawanda's crib, that was crazy.
it was a fight.
Whoa.
I was like, fight, fight, fight.
So
Like Markeisha,
Lawanda's
what you doing though? That's his baby mom's, bruh.
yeah, no. Look, Lawanda, I mean, Markeisha, she never should have went there in the first place, you know?
Why would she though?
I guess she wanted to chop it up with her, but that didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't end too nicely, honestly. But yeah, it is what it is. Um, I mean, after obviously they get to it, Lawanda kicks Markeisha out, or Markeisha just leaves kind of and it's like, fuck you. And what are you eating over there?
Just some rice. Nothing too much.
Oh, I heard the silverware clink against something, so I was like, okay, is that some cereal?
Nah, you know, it's none too big, you know? Nothing big. Continue what you were saying.
I just want to say, as weird as it sounds, sometimes I just like to eat white rice and just pepper. You know what I mean? Just nothing in there's white rice and pepper. But basically, Meech gets his packs, and I I mean, like they got the packs. It was cool that to exchange for Carter. Um, I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, I know that was just one of the scenes. I was
He didn't
like,
have to use the bricks, right?
huh?
He didn't have to use the bricks to get him back, though, right?
I know he got other way. I just couldn't recall.
They found them. I mean, they found it, and then they did it without telling Jay Pusha because he would have came in reckless. So they did it without telling him. I forgot. Yeah, they did. They sneak attacked them guys, and then they got Carter back, and they got the dope.
Yeah, no, the nice way was when they basically was cornering them at the Chinese restaurant because one of the dumbasses, one of the sidekicks, whatever you want to call them, the kidnappers, he's like leaving the restaurant, gets got.
Yep.
I think it was my first introduction to him, but Vince, he's the former security for Boom. He was he's a male cop basically that
Kicking it with Markeisha, right?
yeah, trying to get it in with her.
Yeah, Markeisha, she's very weird for that. I don't know why she would try to like entice Terry, like aggravate him like that, especially if she cares about him.
Yeah,
Like
bro, that was
she's
so weird. Did she set up that thing? Because Vince pulls up to Markeisha at the bar, and then Terry pulls up and is like, "Yo,
I,
get the fuck out of here, dog." You know what I mean?
I think she purposely did that just so Terry could give her attention, which is fucking weird.
Thank you.
Because
Yeah,
I thought Markeisha was cool, but she's been doing a lot of weird shit this season, especially like remember, we saw what happened a few episodes ago when Lawanda was pregnant. How she tried to silence his beeper. I was like, red flag,
so you
red
crazy?
flag.
You're crazy. Like, why would you do that?
And like, she really wants him to be alone that much.
Now the show wants us to boo her so bad. Like, nah, boo. Screw you, Markeisha.
Yeah, and then now she's doing this. Like, she's putting Terry through a lot of hoops and obstacles, bro. That's crazy.
And then I mean, well that whole rescue went safely and sound, all nice and stuff, and Markeisha's being a little bitch. Basically Maurice and Lucille having that romantic night out, and Maurice is he's not impatient, but he's like, you gotta pick me or Charles. But Lucille is straight up just about it, like, I'm not a trophy, it's not a game. I just want to live in the moment. And Maurice is super chill about it.
That's the most honest answer she could have given him, you know? Honestly, if you ask me.
I'm glad he accepted it, bro. It's pretty cool, Like he just said, okay, I understand. Take your
Especially she has 3 kids, you know. She was in a relationship, a marriage. So like he has to take it with what it he has to take what he can he has to take what she can give him. He can't really do anything else. He doesn't have a choice in my opinion.
No, exactly. She's just the one person who I think Lucille's just trying to have fun and relax. And I understand that.
Yeah. You know, she's been having to, you know, care for men her whole life, you know. Her sons, her husband. So She's been doing her best for years, so it's time for her to have a little break.
No, yeah, exactly. When it comes down to it, I mean, let Lucille rest. I'm glad they're kind of letting her character explore herself a little more and just be free, especially if Charles.
Yeah, no, definitely, she's living her life. That's what I like about that's what I like about Lucille right now. She's living carefree.
But then, so basically, Detective Brian and Jin they plot to kind of get back at Blaze and Henrietta because it's personal for both of them. You know what I mean? It's Brian's son and Jin's partner. But she said something. She said something like the I don't know if it was the chief, their boss. The higher ups don't want to look
Yeah,
at
yep.
Henrietta because of Blaze. So now
Because
she's
of
aware of
Blaze.
who Blaze is.
Yep, exactly. You saw the chief of police. She literally looked Jin off as she told him that Blaze and Henrietta, this, that. Like, he literally looked her off and suspended her for no reason, bro. When
Yeah,
she was
and the thing
literally
is,
helping.
isn't the family of her dead partner like? Isn't her dad a big name too in the police department?
The girl, yes. The Amberson, the one that passed away, yes.
Yeah,
I believe her
passed away.
father is,
Not
yeah.
passed. Not passed away. She got gunned down.
Yeah, yeah, her. Yeah, she's yeah, her dad was also in the force as well, but I don't know remember who her dad was.
Exactly. So I mean, I remember even Jin was like, I mean, she's like, even I figure by who her dad was, they would look into it a lot more, but they just basically swept it under the rug or tried to.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but I don't think her dad would get her killed like that, like accidentally. Henrietta is not, especially if that was her sister.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening. That's why I don't think that's why I don't think that could be true. You know?
And then also, I mean, she has a nice outfit though when she's going to meet with Henrietta and kind of pretend to be a lesbian or something like that.
Yeah, Jen,
The
she had the blonde hair.
yeah, the blonde outfit and shit. Think
Ooh,
she's
yeah.
gonna do some blow?
Huh?
Do you think she's gonna do some blow?
I don't know, but anything's possible.
Hey, you're right. Anything's possible because these next three episodes, I'm going on social media and everyone's just like, Henrietta's got to go. Yo, can we get rid of that side character, Henrietta? I'm like, yo,
Oh, they're
she's,
not giving her no love, bro.
she's a villain, bro. I love it. She's causing
No.
all this heat.
No, no, I'm looking everywhere, bro. Like literally every time I look on social media, they are hating on her, bro. Every time she does something that's like it's not sus, but anytime she does something that's kind of like corny, like I guess kind of like, huh, I guess corny, you can say. I
Bro, yeah,
guess they're gonna people are gonna look it off and people are gonna complain about every small thing.
bro.
So
Here's what I'm throwing. And I wanna. Here's the thing. You know me. I'm a devil's advocate kind of person. I like to watch the world burn. Right.
yeah, yeah, I know that.
Everyone wants her dead so bad. She's like the second episode of the season. I hope they keep her up until the end of the show.
No, I doubt it, man. I'm
have her,
telling you.
have her treat her like the Joker. Just have her get away with the slimiest shit at the last minute. You know what I mean?
That would be crazy, but I think it's
The
bigger than
writers.
that.
Here's the thing. I think the writers struck gold with Henrietta. You know what I mean? Like they have a person that everybody hates. Because here's the thing. Nobody hates her for her acting. They don't hate her for her acting. Like, oh, she's a bad actor. No, she's a great actor. They just
She
hate
is a great actor.
portraying.
She is. She's
Who
good.
she's portraying is pissing them off. Like, damn it, you got Brian's son killed. Damn it, you're trying to start a war with Terry. Damn it, we wish your dad would kill you, but she's got this plot armor, and I really hope the show gives her that plot armor.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not gonna. The show seems to like every season. It seems like there's gonna be a different topic because the main focus is Meech and Terry's, upbringing into legit businesses. So I doubt she's gonna be a problem in the future, which I think Bryant, Jen, they need to work with this nigga Terry so they can get rid of this girl. They just need to call everybody, have a meeting, kill all the beef, and just take this girl out. But you never know. I wish it could be that easy.
What about Lamar?
And is that where is that guy? Is he in rehab? Where is he?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Imagine Lamar comes back and just offs Henrietta. Everyone's gonna pop so bad, so big. They're like, "Oh my god, Lamar, the best character in BMF. Thank you."
Yeah, I feel like down the road they might show him again, but I feel like it's going to be it's not going to be for what we think. It's probably going to be for something else, but we'll see.
No, we'll definitely see. I mean, hopefully we see it down the road for sure. I mean, Henrietta, like I said, great actor, doing her role right, but we might see the end of her soon. Who knows? Um, it, I don't know. I am worried for Jin's safety because she's going undercover.
That's not going to end well. You know, that storyline with Jen, Brian, and Henrietta, it's not going to end well.
Because
I
we
can
know
guarantee
Brian
it.
makes it.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. It's not going to end well for somebody, for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, Jin, she's had a good run.
Yeah, and then also, what happened after that? Does Meech go back to Atlanta after that and see the crew?
But he's plotting on having a house out in St. Louis, though, if I'm correct.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he's
So he's
still in
gonna
St.
get that
Louis.
property. Yeah,
Okay, and then he goes to Atlanta after that.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
'cause
they have something in the beginning or in the end? It was in
no,
the
that
end.
was the
Yeah,
end. Yeah, because he
yeah.
goes back from St. Louis, and then they tell him Glock is running the city now. So I guess we're
That's
gonna
what it
see
was.
Meech.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Meech get his get back, and just take that shit back from Glock. We're gonna see him get into it with them, to finish what he's. Guess they gonna finish that war they started.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, Glock is gonna definitely have to go. I can see him going away at the end of the season.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't know. I feel like he could, or he might be. He might be an adversary for Meech and Terry.
Yeah,
You
you mean
know,
for another season?
maybe, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think too much has been done for Glock to be cool with them. But we'll see what the future holds for his character.
When it comes to Glock, he's pretty ruthless. He's a foreigner. Do you think he's gonna get arrested?
Maybe it's possible. It's possible.
Hey
It's
man,
possible.
he can get caught up with something. Man, hey, do you think he runs the Red Dogs?
I don't know. You're just gonna have to see.
Well, why don't you tell me?
I mean, I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you because that situation right there is, it could go a lot of ways.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a friend who's been watching BMF. Actually, kind of, I think about 3 episodes behind, maybe four, and it's the episode episode ending with it's the episode before. So remember the episode that ended with Stax and Glock in the car planning the move, and it ends with that episode.
Yeah.
But the episode before that, though, right?
Yeah.
So he just finished that, and this is like a day ago too. And he tells me, "Man, Stax is my favorite character. I could see him lasting about another season or two." I
Oh
didn't,
man, he's crazy. We knew he didn't even have till the end of the season.
I didn't say anything. I'm just like, yeah, he's a very great character, bro. Keep tuning in.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's good that you're leading them on like that. I would have done the same
I
thing.
I do that for everybody now. I just can't. I can't come to myself to say, you know, yeah, hey, yeah, he's not going to be in the show past this season. Like, why would I say that? Because obviously it means he's just not going to be. He's going to be written off or dead or something. And it's like, nah, no need to do that. I'd say if someone's like, is he going to be in this season? I'm like, he's a great actor. You can see him in multiple seasons. You know what I mean? I just try to give an open ended answer.
Yeah, always lead them on. Never let them expect what comes next.
Never let them know your next move. But yeah, that does conclude BMF. Essentially, it said Meech is plotting to move towards St. Louis, not move to St. Louis, but get property out in St. Louis. Terry's still trying to control things going on with Blaze, and Brian and Jin, they're doing their thing to take down Henrietta. So Everyone's got their storylines and beefs. Charles with Lucille, Nicole, and Breeze. Um,
Maurice, Dr. Maurice.
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. We'll just
Oh,
say that.
yes, sir.
Do you think his conclusion comes up at the end of the season?
Possibly, I feel like Lucille will possibly just say goodbye to him and then he'll just leave. It's not going to be anything deeper than that. If that happens, who knows? They might write him out to stay longer.
I can just imagine Maurice going all gangster mode, just pulling out a gun.
I mean, that wouldn't happen, but he would just.
He,
He's only connect. He's only tethered to Lucille's story. Lucille and Charles's love triangle. That's the only purpose he serves in this little in this show.
yeah, that's true. That's true. He's
If
just
he,
he's a foil.
exactly. If he turned over a new leaf, that'd be crazy. By the way.
Don't give the writers thoughts there. But yeah, that does conclude the BMF discussion season 3, episode 7. Yeah, you got anything else to add real quick before we wrap things up?
Nope. I feel like, we covered every base, covered the most important bases,
Every
and
single facet of this episode has been covered to our extent. Let's just put
yep,
it that way.
uh, that's actually the best way you could have put it, to our extent, which is beautifully put. And, we got more episodes coming for you guys. We got that Power Hour coming for you soon, very soon.
Very soon, this entire week, as well as next and the week after, and every other week going forward, as well as the next 52 weeks, there's going to be a lot of content coming out. So you definitely want to peep ASAP. Let's just say a lot of new things have been going on in the hip hop world this past month,
A
and
lot of things.
it's been so much that while other blogs can cover it independently, we're trying to find a way to get it all into one go. But we'll get it all fine tuned for you all. You all take care. Have a great night. Easy on out.
Yep, we'll figure out another way for you guys. Peace.